Morning. Morning. Not sure where you're coming from.
And I wasn't even out there. Oh, no, started to be open, then we'll have to break out next door. Vinny?
First of all, Jurgen, could we get an injury update on Alexis McAllister? Will he be available? And how is Alisson coming along as well?
Alisson looks good. But I don't know if good enough now for tomorrow. I have to check that with coaches and the medical department and with Ali, of course. Maka doesn't look good. So, yeah, you have to see day by day. But they were pretty hopeful after the game. They were not that serious. It's not that serious, but in that period of the year, if you're out for 5 days, it's 12 games pretty much. So we have to wait there how he shows up here today. I don't expect him to be ready for tomorrow. Don't know about Thursday or Sunday after that. So it's pretty much what is that? Stop and go. We have to see.
Just to check, is Ali in normal training yet?
Yes, yesterday he did. He trained normally. Yeah.
Yeah. Just wondered as well, Jurgen, what's the plan for Joel Matip? Obviously, it's a long-term injury that could potentially end his season as well. But the complication there is that
with a contract,
it'd be a real shame if that was his last action for the club.
Yeah, it's true. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that the club will show their class, just how you should do it. Even we have to. I'm pretty sure the club told Joel already that whatever happens, so as long as he's injured, everything is fine. And now we have to make a decision together with Joel how it looks after that. But that's a normal thing to do. But yes, he deserves all the support from us, obviously, and he will get it, definitely.
Potential for a new contract for him.
I would say so, but it's not my decision in the end. I cannot sign the papers.
You can go top on Saturday. I know you're more thinking you'll see where you are in April and take it from there. But what significance is there if you can put pressure on Arsenal and those who are chasing you as well, and at least ask the question with a win and ask them to respond?
Yeah. So with playing European League, you're obviously usually on the other side of that. So, and I can tell you, we ignore usually the results from other teams. So because we play Thursday and then Sunday, when everybody already played on Saturday or whatever. So usually they already won their games. I don't feel that kind of pressure from other teams. We want to win our game, and Arsenal doesn't need extra pressure. They play Aston Villa, so that's enough job to do. So and yeah, there's nothing. It's just we have a job to do, and that's against Crystal Palace. Let's be 100% focused on that. That's what we are, what we will be, and yeah, then Sunday. I have no clue who plays on Sunday then, but then I will lie at home on a sofa in the afternoon and watch the other football games, and we'll see what they do. But more out of interest if we play them still, and that's it. But nobody became champion because he was top of the table at Saturday at 2:15 or whatever on match day 16. That doesn't really help. But we need the points. We need the points, and we want to go for them, and that's what we prepare for in this short space of time.
Morning,
Hi.
When Roy Hodgson got his first job in management, you were 9 years old, and he's still going. Do you admire his passion to do what's obviously a very stressful job?
When Roy was in Switzerland. When was that? He was manager of Swiss national team. So like he implemented the 4-4-2 stuff like this. So my former manager Wolfgang Frank and showed us a lot of videos of him. So it was Arrigo Sacchi and Roy Hodgson actually. So that was the first time when he crossed my way. I'm really pleased that I met him then here in the Premier League because he's an outstanding person. And a really nice man, but actually always when I see him, I ask him, what are you doing here still? So, but he looks happy and enjoys it. Not so happy when he loses in games, but in general with the job, and so that's I couldn't respect it more. It's not he was my inspiration, but it's not inspiring me to work in that job that long. I don't know how he's doing that, to be honest, but Yeah, great guy.
6 points separate the top four, followed by Tottenham and United and Newcastle. Do you think that we might see this season a genuinely thrilling battle for the top four, top five?
I couldn't be less interested in that, but it looks like it's obviously it's a bit unusual that City is not top of the table with like 10 points between first and second and these kind of things. But it's that's how it is. Arsenal is doing extremely well. We are doing not too bad. Aston Villa is super strong. Pretty impressive performance last game, to be honest. Not only, but especially. United. Whatever, I'm not following it really, but whatever you hear, nobody's 100% happy. But they are around. Newcastle is there. Tottenham, if they win last night, they are there, and all of that. It's a super. And for sure, I forgot somebody, not on purpose, just because of the amount of teams. So, what can I say? It's like always. We only can beat anybody in the games we play and with consistency over a season. So far that looks all right, but even we could have, or maybe should have, a few points more, but we don't. We are where we are, and that's okay, but we are not celebrating, and we are not struggling with getting our arms down or whatever after games. Not at all. We just prepare for the next game and try to be ready again, and that's difficult enough.
Mandy?
Hi, Jurgen.
Hi.
In terms of the progress that the teams make, would you say it's ahead of schedule considering the changes?
For that I needed to have thought about the schedule, where we want to be in December. Didn't think about that. Maybe that's my fault, but I didn't think about it. I just wanted to sort. I wanted to create with the boys a basis early on in preseason, through the preseason. Then to become a real team, you have to overcome difficulties. We got them delivered with red cards, stuff like this, with being 1-0 down, being down in games, and we could overcome that. So that obviously helped. That definitely speeded the process up, but I have no clue where we would have been without that or whatever. I just don't know. I'm just happy with the development until this point. We had to replace a few of the strongest characters in world football. Did that with a few of the strongest characters in world football. Our new leadership group are all experienced world-class footballers, so that's helpful with a real understanding of a team dynamic. That all helps, and that's why we are where we are. But I'm not sure if it's a surprise or whatever. When we had a season like last year, obviously I can understand that it put some doubt in people's mind. I understand that, and we knew that we have that kind of pressure to put that right. And I'm happy that we could show the right signs. Nothing happened yet. Obviously, we're just. We play much more positive football again. It comes with confidence. Confidence comes with results. And results come with good performances. Good performances come with a good preseason. So that's it. But so long to go. Nobody knows where this will end up. And all teams are probably only 2 injuries away from a real problem. That's how it is. And this tricky period is coming up now, or we're in the middle of it already. So, yeah, a lot of football, a lot of opportunities.
James?
Yeah, and just following on from that, given in your midfield particularly you've got Wataru and Dominic and Ryan, who have not experienced so much football in such a short space of time before, do you have to manage them any differently? Do you have to sort of educate them on the business of December?
Oh, they have that or had that. I'm not sure about Ryan, but Dom plays international football, comes back and has to play then either Bundesliga or directly Premier League. So that's exactly that rhythm. But same for Wataru, and he flies around the world before he plays the third game in the succession. So it's yeah, it's not a problem. How I said, I know what you all think because of my opinion about kickoff times and stuff like this, but we never really internally, we take it like it is and go from there, and the boys are ready to go. So no, I've never thought about this midfield now that they don't have the international experience or whatever. They are internationally experienced, all of them. We just have to put that into a Liverpool shirt and then go.
Carl?
Virgil appears to be back to his best form, or close to his best form. I'm just wondering, in what has been a much changed defence because of the injuries you've had, how important is quality, consistency, and reach?
It always was, will be. Virgil is the best defender in the world. So, did he have lesser good spells? Yes. If you show me one who never had, I would be really happy to meet him. To be honest, probably that's how we all are when we look back in the past. And the Rio Ferdinands on that planet, and not to blame him, but were then good all the time, or Jaap Stam, or Sami Hyypiä, whatever, always perfect. Nobody was, and nobody will be. So yes, Worlds in that shape is for us super important.
James?
Jurgen, off the back of losing Matip for the rest of the season, do you think you've got enough cover in that department to be able to cope till the summer, or do you think you've got something left to look at in January?
I always, and in 8 years I still don't, I just never understand this. You always talk about transfers as it would be the easiest thing in the world. So like just bring in a player, find the money for it. So as if we had endless money, surprise. We always talk about it. I really don't understand it. Everybody, you fans, everybody talks about it. Oh, we need another player. It costs money. It must be the right player. Which do you tell me a club who wants to sell a top centre half? If you tell me one, not a centre half, so a top centre half, because you have to play for Liverpool. So why should we start that process with that? We have in a moment, since 4 or 5 days, we know that Joel will be out for a long time, which is really bad for us. We have still 4 centre halves. That's absolutely all right. If we would have had the 5th centre half already in beforehand, it's a completely different team dynamic. Then one is not involved. We don't see steps with him and stuff like this. So it was like it was perfect. Is it now perfect? I would say as long as we can go with them 4, yes. If not, then it will be a bit more tricky with the amount of games coming up. But it was never Wonderland where you bring in a world-class centre-half until the other one is fit again or whatever. And as long as other clubs don't put them under the Christmas tree for us and say, take it and use it as long as you need it. I didn't really think about it yet because only 5 days since we have that problem. But I don't know. I don't think so, to be honest.
Well done. Next door, please.
Welcome.